Hey, ever needed a strong filtering system for your post archives or custom post archives? Let me show you what I mean. This is one of my clients' websites. We have a custom post type called projects. By the way, this is done in the Kadence theme. It's a theme for Gutenberg mainly. So here I have these the grid archive for my projects, custom post type projects, and this is the filtering. It's a strong filtering mechanism. It can filter by custom taxonomies, it can filter by custom fields, it can sort, it can search, it can do lots of things. So if you want to know how I did this, stay tuned, it's coming up. Hi, my name is Mr. Gecko, and this channel is all about WordPress, Gutenberg, and the whole design process behind it. So, if you're into that, consider subscribing. So for this filtering system, I'm using a plugin called Search and Filter. Well, I'm using Gutenberg, and Gutenberg still is not that advanced, so it needs a lot of additional functionalities being done by some plugins as well. Search and Filter has this free version. I honestly don't know the differences between free and the pro version because I immediately jumped on the pro version, and all of this that I've done on my website needed, for example, advanced custom fields, WPML for my translations. I needed all of that. So search post meta custom fields with checkbox ready, but so I needed immediately these advanced functionalities, and this is something that's being in the pro version. So just putting that disclaimer out there, the pro version is $20 for a single website per year. So I'm having my clients pay for this, so it's not a concern for me. So how did we do this? Well, to be able to understand that, you need to understand how Kadence theme works. So first I'm having custom post type UI, and with this plugin I created a custom post type called projects. So here I have all those projects, and I have some custom taxonomies for types of work, systems, glass types, locations, and then I have also some custom fields which I do with where is it? Custom fields. So this is ACF custom fields plugin. So those together appear on my projects. So if we open one of these projects, as you can see here, we have project details, and I have lots of these custom fields and custom taxonomies displayed, and I want to filter that with my filtering system here. So when clients of my client look at this website and look at these projects, they don't want to open each one of these to actually see which type of glass or something like that was used. They want to see, okay, I'm going to look at AGC Energy N. I need objects, I need buildings, I need projects that are made with this type of glass. So it makes a lot of sense for them to actually have this filtering system. Without this filtering, my client doesn't even want this website. So as you can see, it's filtering it really well. Then I can be sorting results by name, by year of construction. So this is really interesting. You can actually sort by year of construction, so it will chronologically put them when each one of them was made. And it's amazing. You can also input search terms. I can actually call the name of the architect or something like that here, and it will filter that as well. For example, let's reset. One of the famous architects in my country. So if we input his name here, it will actually search. It will search all these custom fields. So here, architect, it will search for the architect name as well. So as you can see, for this architect, for buildings, if we open some of them, we will see now that the architect is called like that. So it's a very, very powerful filtering plugin, and I really like it, but it has a steep learning curve. So here, when you install it, this is how it looks like. You go to search and filter, and here you have your search and filters. So they can be also translated in multiple languages with WPML. So here I'm opening the projects one, and this is how it looks like. You can, this is for translating. So this is where it's at. This is how that plugin looks like. And first we need to create that filter, and we need to actually define all of the things we want in it. So the first thing you do when you open this plugin is give the name of your filter. So I'm doing this for my projects, of course. And here, search in the following post types. We have multiple options here, multiple tabs, and this is where you set some defaults. So here I'm using, this plugin will, because custom post type plugins and custom field plugins, they all register fields and custom post types in the same way in the database. So this plugin will be able to see those. So here, as you can see, I have custom post type projects. Results per page, I want 9 of them being displayed. So you have to pay attention. When we're using this, I'm not actually using this whole archive. Let's reset. This whole archive is my filter is hijacking the archive. And actually this archive is like default displaying results of my search and filter without anything input. So this is actually looking same as my archive, but it's actually the result of my search. So let me explain you this. I'll go one by one. So first of all, we select projects. And then here with display results, this is where this plugin is. This is where the power of this plugin lies. You can use a shortcode. So if you want to create your custom page and have some filtering there, you're displaying things however you prefer, and maybe you want to use this as a shortcode. So using as a shortcode, you input the URL where you want that shortcode to display results. When you input the shortcode, it will display the filter. But when you search, when you filter and click search, click filter, whatever your button is called, then it needs a URL where those results will be displayed. So I'm using the URL I'm using the slug for my projects, of course. But I'm not displaying it with the shortcode. You can do that. There's for easy digital downloads. There's also a custom one. So there's also all sorts of things. But the easiest one is post type archive. So what this will do is actually it will hijack your normal post type archive, however it looks, and it will display results with that design. So how do I design my custom post type archive? So this is done by Kadence. This is done by Kadence. When you go to appearance, customize, let's go to that. Actually, what it is, you have custom post types, projects layout, general. This is the single project layout, but I also have projects archive. So I have all sorts of options here, so I can define how my archive will look like. I also style it a little bit with my CSS code, which I input down here. So a little bit of CSS there as well. This is not all for for this archive. This is for the whole website, but some of the stuff I style also for the archive. So what I want for this Search and Filter Pro to actually use my post type archive. So whatever I have regular as the post type archive, how it looks, this is how the results will show for this filtering system. This is important because now this is an archive and it has this search above. But when I actually do something with it and click search, I want the search results to display in the same manner as my post archive. If you don't select that, these results will look very awkward. They will look very different from what you had for your post archive. But what I'm doing is, this is the trick of this plugin. You're actually displaying results the same way as your archive looks like. And that's the power of the plugin. You don't have to design something. You don't have to modify things to look the same. You can just hijack the archive, design the archive, and then when you search, it will actually display the search results in the same fashion as your archive looks like. So that being said, you go further. Here, there's nothing else to do. Enable filtering on taxonomy archives. Yeah, that if you want also taxonomy archives to be included as well, fine. So for the posts, you can actually display, of course, you will display only published ones, but you can also do whatever you like. As you can see, this plugin has lots of options. You can exclude some post IDs that you don't want displayed here. So sticky posts, default order, secondary sort order, like all sorts of options. Then this is the important part. This is where I have categories, types of work, systems, class types, and locations. These are not custom fields. These are all custom taxonomies. So you have to include them. So I actually include all of these here, and you can actually disable some of them if you don't want to. Just keep in mind, I noticed that with this plugin is not easy to use because it's all manual, you know, it doesn't work out of the box. Nothing works in the beginning. But for example, if you enter, for example, down the road, I entered some of new class types. But when you enter a new class type, it will not be included here. You have to go to class types, and then it will, for example, this is the new one. It will show them all here. Oh, for example, here, you see, these two are new ones. So I haven't checked them, so you have to check them and update. Otherwise, you may be going to your search results and then trying to filter, things won't show. Things won't show up. And then you try to figure out what it was, but it's actually just here. So the thing is, you go to all your custom taxonomies that you want your projects displayed for and input all of them, because otherwise it will not display in the results projects that are not, whose taxonomies are not included here. So there's that. Once you do that, you have post meta. Yeah, only return results which match specific posts metadata. So yeah, it's a really powerful plugin. You can also have some advanced features. For example, I'm using, if you go to my settings, I'm using relevancy to enhance my search results, and you can enable it. Sort results by relevance as well. So yeah, those are the basic options. And now you have available fields here, and then below you have search form UI. So this UI that you see here, this user interface for search, I'm displaying that all here. So I'm using these and drag and dropping the fields. For example, search, and you have placeholder text, enter your search, and here you have it here. Then I have a field called taxonomy. So for taxonomy, I go ahead and hide empty terms as well. Display it as a drop down. You can display it also as a checkbox, radio, multi-select. But I didn't want to break my design with you know, when you display this filter, if you're not displaying it on a sidebar, each one of these fields one after another, then using different types of display will be really hard. It will mess up the design. So I'm using all of them as a drop down. Some of these may not be very logical to be used as a drop down, but doesn't matter. It works well for me. So you go through these, you input them. For example, here, taxonomy. I have all of them listed here, all taxonomies. You just tick them and that's it. You have also advanced settings if you want, like the ordering of terms and stuff like that. So I input all of them all of them here. I create a submit button, I create a reset button, and that is it. You put your sort order, for example, this one. Again, drop down, sort results by. This is the placeholder, and then I define here sort by, and then I input these. Title, year of construction, so this is a meta value. This is meta value, and then meta key. You select that meta key. This is my custom field meta key, and it's numeric. So you define these. So this is surface area, also numeric. So when it's numeric, it knows how to sort. You know, if it's alphabetic, it will sort by letters. Both of these are numbers, so I sort them by numbers. So yeah, number of results per page. So yeah, once you do all of these fields, you're done. Your filter is ready. So what you do here, you have shortcodes, search form shortcode, and you copy this shortcode where you want it to be displayed. So the next thing I'm doing is, because this this is my archive, and normally this search and filter here will not show because this is a regular archive. But Kadence has an option called Kadence hooked elements. When you go to hooked elements, let me close this. So when you go to elements, as you can see, I have the, multiple elements here. I have this project archives, the name that I've given to my element. So if I click here, let's go into it. As you can see, I'm actually having just a shortcode where I input the search and filter, and then I have it display before content, display settings, projects archive, and then I have some sort of I want it to be displayed also on glass type archives, location archives, category archives. So I want to be able to use it on all these taxonomy archives as well. So I define the display here and put it before content, and that is it. The only thing here is I'm using also a so this is Kadence row layout. This row layout, let's go to it. Visibility is hide on mobile, and this one, the visibility is, let's go again through. No, well, this row layout, this is accordion. Okay, this row layout visibility is hide on tablet and on desktop, just display on mobile. The reason for that is, so if we go here, F12 developer settings, and display it like mobile phone view. So as you can see here, I don't want all those filters to be stacking. I want my projects to be seen instantly. So I'm actually using it as an accordion where everything else will be displayed inside. If you need a filter, you expand it and use it. So this is what I'm doing here. I'm just using an accordion for mobile and everything else for desktop and tablet view. So I'm just putting the shortcode, and with this element calling it to be displayed on my custom post type projects archive. So yeah, we need to reload this. It got screwed with the mobile view. Okay, so that's where it's at. I just display it with that, and it works. It just works. And whatever you search with it, all types of work. Let's say railings. You search. You can stack multiple. All systems, well, let's say Chico, all three are that. Let's say RG color, is there any RG color here? just one. So as you can see, the filtering works really well, but the best thing is that the search results of this filter display the same as my archive. That's the main thing with this plugin. This plugin looks very awful out of the box. Like just look at this here. Just look at these screenshots. Look at how this looks. Like this is just it's just not it's not easy like to style this, but if you use it as your archive and if you can style your archive, you're good to go. So this is how my search works. I also use this for my other translations. So you go to Bosnian and German, so I can also select the translated taxonomies there, so it will search by those as well. So yeah, all this search, as you can see, I'm here in English language. It only searches for English language. It doesn't mix it up with others. And if you think that works all outside the box, it doesn't. You have to define all of these one by one. And I think this is an amazing plugin. I do have another plugin which is called WP Gridbuilder, and that one is a very powerful plugin. I got myself a lifetime deal, so I'll check it out and compare it to this one. Maybe it should be much more powerful with the filtering, and it works well with Gutenberg. So we'll see how that one works. I'll create a video about that one and compare it to this one. But yeah, this is something I already did. I'm familiar with this plugin for a very long time. I use it for years, like 3-4 years so far, and it's been working really well. On my other website, I've used it as a shortcode, so I'm very familiar with using it by shortcode and by displaying it as a post type archive. So that is it. If you like this content, if you like what you see, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, give this link to this video to anyone who can benefit from it, and yeah, I'll be seeing you in the next one.